Le Mans Ultimate 1.2 comes with the new multiplayer update that changes how the multiplayer works.
Say the line, Bart!
It is game changing.
Yay!
Now, seriously, it is. Over the last few months, especially after the launch of 1.0, I've witnessed a huge drop in racing standards in the multiplayer races that we have. To the point, I've started to play less and less Le Mans Ultimate. It wasn't, sparking joy. In my experience, the new system has changed something for the better. But first of all, a big thank you to all the viewers, members, and subscribers for making all of this possible. I am trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. It is really, really close. So I would ask for your help for pressing like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Also, big thank you to the channel sponsor, Coach Dave Academy, for the races that I'm doing in Le Mans. Their data packs and especially the setups are hugely helpful. So go check them out. They'll be in the description. One of the main problems of regular multiplayer racing, the ones with matchmaking, is that the driver rating, but especially the safety rating, hides a lot of things. And with Le Mans Ultimate, iRacing, well, those are really no exception. You can have really a P3 or Platinum 3, the maximum amount of safety rating in Le Mans Ultimate, and you could still be an absolute menace to everybody around you. You have probably seen that, especially with multi-class, where the torpedoes called hypercars appear. It's always a huge mess, but it's not exclusive to them. Even GT3 drivers, everybody else can be a massive twat in the race. And this ends up creating an issue with racing, is that you want to race, but every so often, and in my opinion, lately, more and more often, you don't finish races because you get in huge wrecks. I was not immune to that, and over the last month and a half, I was definitely part of it, to the point I've asked to ask myself, because I like to have some sort of self-awareness, if I wasn't the problem. And as I continue to play, this doesn't disappear, so probably I'm just tilted with the game and I stopped playing it as often as I did. Believe it or not, one of the best ways to avoid all of these crashes is the very classic get good, because if you do get good, apparently you don't need to deal with all of the people behind you, around you, because it will be faster, therefore you'll be racing alone. That is one tactic. But for the most amount of people, that is simply not possible. People have their day jobs, they have other responsibilities, they have kids, they have bills to pay, they have girlfriends and wives to spend time with, and children and all of that. So that is really not possible, and therefore there needs to be a system that helps out. Normally the driver system would help, but it's lacking always. And this is where the new system comes in. So what it does, it's something really, really simple, but it seems to have a huge impact. And it's basically the addition of badges. There's a little more than that as well, because now in the background, there will be some sort of AI agent getting the data for your races and to figure out if there's an impact done by you and so forth. But the badges are a little bit different. So there's a set of badges, and the badges are rookie, good, trusted, warning, probation, creator, driver, and staff. The last three are completely irrelevant. The important ones are essentially good, trusted, warning, and probation, because they do much, much more than just putting a little badge. A few years ago, I've watched a video by Empty Box. He's around, he's back again, so go check him out, where he said he has a small book with names of trusted drivers and names of drivers that are in the naughty list. And now, of course, it's Christmas. Naughty list is very important. Otherwise, Santa will not bring you your new sim. But here's the difference. Normally, that list he's talking about, it's one that is private, right? It's the one that he gets the numbers and the names and all of the people. Okay, I know this guy is bad. The difference in there is that that list, that naughty list, now is for everyone to see. This changes the dynamics from other people to you, and from you to yourself when you normally want to drive. So initially you have the rookie badge. I had the rookie badge even though I've done lots and lots of races before, but they were gathering data for the last couple of weeks or so. I needed to do a few more races, and as time progresses, you'll get one of the other badges. In my case, I had the rookie badge. I've done one race, I got the good driver, and then 2 or 3 more races, I got the trusted driver. So I had a bunch of other races done in the bank, and they just needed a little more data. But for others, they will have either the warning or the probation. This changes things because you are looking at these drivers. Well, this guy is dangerous, and you know this beforehand. For the drivers that have the warning or probation, that means they are in a bit of a shit list. So if they continue to do so, essentially they'll get some days off, they'll get, a little bit of holiday, vacation, and if they continue, they will get automatically banned. But on the other side of things is that the person with the warning or the probation has a couple of issues. The first issue is that once more people start to getting these badges, that means they'll get mixed with these people in most splits. If you have like a race with 10, 20 splits, 30 splits as it happens sometimes, the splitting will be different, not just based on the driver rating, but also based on their badge. So people with bad driver rating but trusted badges, they won't be put with drivers that have high driver rating but low badges. So that means you do not want to be in a server full of these people, and this system is actively working into the interest of the trusted and good drivers to the detriment of the ones with warning and probation. This means that the drivers who have those badges, they don't want to stick with those badges. They want to actually race people that are generally clean, because, you don't want to be with that badge because it's a problem with your reputation, but also a problem to you because you don't get access to the good splits. So you do have to put the effort in it. And the other side is, of course, the reputational damage that does to you. So if I have my name, random call sign with a bad badge, holy crap, I want to leave that bad badge. I want to become a better driver for the rating. I don't want to have that reputational damage. This, of course, creates the situation everyone wants to improve. And within the first couple of days, I've seen a marked improvement on the racing standards. However, I'm not saying that this system is a panacea. I'm not saying that it's going to fix everything, because it's impossible. We are people, we are not robots. We are going to make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I've created wrecks. I've been part of wrecks. It's just part of racing. However, what the system does is it changes the mentality of the drivers. So they want to race fairer, and they will want to race with a bigger safety net in their moves. And for me, this is usually important because it cleans up a lot of the races automatically based on the system that was created. In the last few races that I've done, the starts were cleaner. Well, Monza is Monza, but that's really an exception. But the starters were cleaner. Even the hypercars were making less aggressive moves. A lot of the issues that I've got in Le Mans Ultimate was with hypercar drivers. They're generally very, very aggressive. They do not go with the multi-class rules of overtaking. Just go through, and if you die, you die. We still have to see what will be the long-term impacts of the system, if the system can be hacked or manipulated or exploited to someone else's behalf or something like that. But at surface level, for the first week, I think this has been a success, and I really want to see where this goes, because if it's actually successful, I wouldn't be surprised that this is going to be implemented in other games, and they will have also a huge impact on people's driving. But I want to hear from you. Let me know below what you think about this new system, what are your experiences, and especially if the badges are being correctly assigned to you.